NFL has certainly offered some significant advantages to the New England Patriots, and it's worth diving deep into what these advantages entail. As we look ahead to the 2025 season, the scheduling dynamics play a crucial role in determining how successful the team might be. The first aspect to consider is the strength of the schedule, a topic that has been discussed before, but remains essential to any evaluation of the upcoming season. The Patriots, when compared to many other teams, have a relatively easier schedule. This isn't just a guess, it's based on the performance of their opponents from the previous year, which gives us a sense of how challenging their matchups will be. Among their toughest competitors, only the San Francisco 49ers stand out as having a stronger schedule. But even then, it's clear that New England has been given a set of circumstances that could set them up for success. When we start looking at the official matchups for the year, one thing becomes apparent. The Patriots will face several teams that are either in transition or struggling. The Cleveland Browns, for example, are still dealing with quarterback uncertainty, which could give the Patriots a considerable advantage. The Miami Dolphins and New York Jets, though competitive, are also facing challenges that might give New England an upper hand. The New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers are both struggling with their own internal issues, which could make their matchups with the Patriots even more favorable. Meanwhile, the Las Vegas Raiders and New Orleans Saints are both dealing with uncertainty at quarterback, with the Saints in particular facing a significant question mark over their signal caller, which could play into the Patriots' hands. Even the Tennessee Titans are in a period of rebuilding, and their upcoming matchups won't be as daunting as those against more established teams. It's true that New England will still face some tough opponents, the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens are teams that are consistently competitive and pose real threats. But even those matchups, though challenging, are mitigated by the overall ease of the rest of their schedule. And we mustn't overlook the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that has surprised many in recent seasons despite a division that hasn't met expectations. Additionally, the Cincinnati Bengals are looking for a redemption season after falling short the previous year. So when all of this is taken into account, it's evident that the Patriots' schedule for 2025 is one of the more favorable ones in the NFL, setting them up for what could be a strong campaign. However, what hasn't been discussed as much, but is just as important, is the combination of the strength of the schedule with the number of miles the team will have to travel. New England has been placed in a favorable position in this regard as well, traveling fewer miles than most other teams in the league. When you look at a matrix that compares teams based on the strength of their schedule and the number of miles they will travel, New England stands out as one of the least traveled teams. On the opposite end of the spectrum, teams like the Detroit Lions, who have fewer miles to cover, are still dealing with one of the toughest schedules in the league. Teams on the West Coast, such as the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks, are going to be traveling a lot more than New England, which can be exhausting over the course of a season. This is where things get interesting. The Patriots' major away games this season will be in Tampa Bay and Miami, both of which will require playing in warm weather conditions. Adjusting to these climates will be crucial for the team's performance, especially when considering the weather conditions they are accustomed to in New England. There's an interesting debate here. While some players might perform well in hot weather, the real test is whether they can maintain peak performance when conditions are colder, such as what they might face in their home games. The question is, can they perform in the cold as effectively as they do in the heat? It's an interesting point, and we'll have to wait and see how it unfolds. Another key point to consider when analyzing the Patriots' travel schedule is the relationship between long-distance travel and the overall difficulty of the schedule. For many teams, the strain of constant travel can be exhausting and have a significant impact on their performance. When a team has a demanding travel schedule and faces tough matchups, it can lead to a more challenging season. But for New England, with their favorable travel schedule combined with an easier slate of games, this issue is less of a concern. It's a subtle advantage that could make all the difference in the long run. The next factor that will have a significant impact on the Patriots season is their bye weeks. Teams' bye week schedules are always important to analyze, as they play a big role in how well rested and prepared a team is for the latter stages of the season. The NFL tries to ensure there is a balance in terms of when teams get their bye weeks. But this balance doesn't always work out evenly. Some teams may have their bye weeks too early or too late in the season, which can leave them at a disadvantage. For the Patriots, the timing of their bye could play a big role in how they manage their season, especially when considering their potential for making a playoff run. Yet, no matter how you look at it, New England has one of the most favorable schedules in the league for 2025. The combination of a manageable slate of opponents and limited travel distance gives them a huge edge over many of their competitors. It's a unique situation that could lead to a strong season, especially if they take full advantage of it. The international games, or lack thereof, also add another layer to this equation. Over the past 2 years, New England has had to travel internationally for games, which adds another level of challenge to an already grueling season. But for the first time in 2 years, they won't have to deal with these international games, which is a positive change for the team. In conclusion, there are several factors that contribute to the Patriots' favorable situation for the 2025 season. The easy strength of their schedule, the relatively low amount of travel, and the absence of international games all work together to create an ideal set of circumstances for New England. However, the real question remains, will the team be able to capitalize on this opportunity? With a strong coaching staff and a roster that's capable of performing at a high level, the Patriots could very well use these advantages to their benefit. But it will ultimately come down to how well they execute on the field. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see how New England handles these unique advantages and whether they can make the most of them in what promises to be an exciting season. Looking at the broader scope, there's another aspect of the upcoming season that stands out when considering New England's position in the league. The adjustments the team has made over the offseason and the improvements they've made to their roster. Despite a relatively favorable schedule, a team can only succeed if it has the right players, the right strategies, and the right leadership in place. New England has been focusing on bolstering their squad, ensuring that they're ready to compete at the highest level. This season could be one of redemption for several players who have had to endure underwhelming years. And now, they have a chance to turn things around with a more manageable schedule. When you take a closer look at how the team's coaching staff has been adjusting and shaping the roster, there's a clear indication that they are making strategic moves to leverage the favorable circumstances they've been given. The team's offensive line has seen a few tweaks, and the addition of certain key players could make all the difference in their ability to control the ball and capitalize on scoring opportunities. On the defensive side of the ball, the Patriots have always been known for their strong, disciplined unit, and this year looks no different. The defense should be solid, with a few young players eager to make a name for themselves in what will likely be a crucial season for their careers. However, while the Patriots have been working to improve their roster and have a favorable schedule, they still need to address certain weaknesses. One of the major challenges they will face is the need to get the most out of their quarterback. The quarterback position has been a point of concern for New England in recent seasons, and while they've made some changes and are hopeful for a breakthrough, it's hard to predict exactly how well their new additions will perform under the pressure of the regular season. The quarterback situation is often the most critical for any team, and it's no different for the Patriots. They need someone who can manage the game, make accurate throws, and be a leader on the field when the stakes are high. Even with all the improvements, the fact remains that New England will still face some tough opponents. While the overall schedule is easier than most, there are a few matchups that could prove to be difficult. The games against the Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens, for example, will be particularly crucial. These teams are perennial playoff contenders, and the Patriots will need to be at their best to stand a chance. However, the good news is that the Patriots have the tools they need to compete. Their coaching staff is experienced, and they know how to game plan for tough opponents, especially when they have a bit of an advantage in terms of travel and scheduling. Another area where the Patriots have a leg up is in their ability to adapt. As much as having a good roster and a favorable schedule is important, adaptability in the face of adversity is equally crucial. With the changes the team has made, it's clear that they're positioning themselves to be flexible and able to adjust to any situation that comes their way. Whether it's adapting to different types of opponents or dealing with injuries and other unforeseen challenges, the Patriots have the leadership and depth needed to handle whatever obstacles arise. Additionally, One of the most important factors that could help New England this season is the mental toughness and team chemistry they've built. It's easy to overlook the importance of team morale, but when you have a roster that is cohesive, motivated, and ready to fight for one another, it's a powerful tool. The Patriots have historically been a team that thrives in high pressure situations, and this season, with all the advantages stacked in their favor, they'll need to continue this trend if they're to make a deep playoff run. There's no question that they have the potential, but as with any season, success is never guaranteed. The absence of international games this year is another positive factor that should not be understated. Traveling abroad is an added challenge for any team, and the Patriots, who have had to deal with international games in recent seasons, will benefit from the opportunity to focus entirely on their domestic schedule. This change not only reduces travel fatigue, but also gives the team more time to prepare for each game without the added stress of crossing time zones or adjusting to foreign environments. It's a small detail, but one that could prove to be a difference maker in what promises to be a demanding season. Ultimately, the combination of a favorable schedule, less travel, and a roster that's been shaped for success puts the Patriots in a strong position to compete. While they still have some areas to improve and will face tough opponents, they're in a good spot to make a serious run in 2025. Their ability to leverage the advantages they've been given, whether it's their schedule, travel situation, or the changes they've made to their roster, will be key to determining how far they can go. Fans are right to be optimistic about their upcoming season, but as always, the team's performance on the field will determine how the narrative unfolds. The Patriots have a great opportunity ahead of them, and it will be fascinating to see how they capitalize on it. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Foxborough, MA, the New England Patriots are facing unexpected turbulence this week, as rumors circulate that running back Trevayon Henderson was involved in a physical altercation with a fellow teammate during a recent team activity. Although no official statement has been released by the organization, multiple anonymous sources close to the team have indicated that tensions between Henderson and the unnamed player boiled over during a heated practice session. Henderson, a standout rookie who joined the Patriots with high expectations after a successful collegiate career, has been under the spotlight since the beginning of the offseason. His explosive style on the field has earned praise from coaches and fans alike, but reports of off-field issues may now cloud his early NFL journey. According to insiders, the altercation allegedly occurred in the locker room after a disagreement. During drills, witnesses say voices were raised and the situation escalated into a brief but intense physical confrontation before other teammates intervened. While it remains unclear what sparked the incident, speculation suggests mounting pressure and competition within the roster may have contributed to the tension. The Patriots have been known for their disciplined locker room culture, making this alleged altercation particularly surprising. Head coach Jared Mayo has yet to address the rumors publicly, but it is expected that the team will look into the matter internally before taking any action. If confirmed, the incident could have consequences not only for Henderson, but also for team morale as the Patriots gear up for the upcoming season. As training camp intensifies, maintaining unity and focus will be critical for a team aiming to rebound from a difficult previous year. For now, the organization and fans alike will be waiting for clarity and hoping this remains a minor distraction in what should be a promising campaign. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.